the Pacific Engineering Production Company of Nevada. I was working at this mall, the Boulevard Mall, located in Las Vegas, Nevada. I was working at this shoe store, Regal Shoes. Now here's some video. I was standing in this exact spot, May the 4th, 1988. I was standing right here when I heard the explosion. And it shook that dome. I heard and saw that dome shake. Back in the day, that was a J.C. Penney, which is closed, like a lot of them. Now here's the reverse angle under the dome, back towards the shoe store I worked at. And I was standing right there. May the 4th, 1988. Now here's an overhead view from the PEPCON explosion to the Boulevard Mall. That's about a distance of 10 miles. And this is directly above the Boulevard Mall. That's the dome that I was speaking of in the video just prior. Occasionally, after people discover that I've lived in Las Vegas for over 30 years, they'll ask me about the PEPCON incident. It was a factory outside of Las Vegas located in Henderson that made ammonium perchlorate. This is a material that's actually hard to burn. Generally, if you light a match, it doesn't burn. You have to mix another substance in it to get it to burn. This is a material that is manufactured for rocket fuel for NASA. After the Challenger accident, the government put some NASA programs on hold, but PEPCON continued to manufacture the ammonium perchlorate, and they stored it in 55-gallon drums right next to the factory. Ammonium perchlorate is generally a safer substance than regular fuel. But what actually happened that caused the major explosion and all the damage is that Las Vegas and Henderson area suffers from high winds, and the factory roof was damaged. Workers were up on the roof doing some welding, repairing the roof. Some of the sparks got down into some of the debris, which had ammonium perchlorate mixed with it. That's what caused a major fire explosion. A little bit later in this video, I'll share with you the actual footage of the explosion. I'll also send Seymour up to take a look at what the area looks like today. And remember, my friends, this is 1988. If this occurred today, everyone that I know of would have a cell phone that can film some of this that happened back in the day. The explosion caused $100 million worth of damage, which is $206 million based on today's dollars, 2018. The explosion can be felt just everywhere. 2 people were killed, which were employees, and 372 people were injured. It was quite devastating. This is a picture of the Kidd Marshmallow plant, which was located right next to PEPCON. This is what it looked like after the explosion. You can still see a little firefighter truck there at the bottom of the picture. Before and after. To the right, you can see where the ammonium perchlorate fire started. And here's another picture. I think this is a mid-80s picture. As you can see, it's out in the middle of the desert, the Mojave Desert. Here's another one of it. I think this is late 90s, or actually early 2000s. You can see it's all out in the middle of nowhere. And now I'm going to bring in some amateur footage of the actual explosions. And I do mean explosions. The first one you see registered 3.0 on the Richter scale. The second explosion is 3.5 measurement. So here we go.
Oh my God.
See, I didn't see no cars leave at all.
No.
One's sitting over there.
No,
But
there was lots of cars, but you haven't seen anything leaving the area.
Look at the intensity of that sucker.
that whole
Oh!
Ooh, that's gonna be loud.
boy, that destroyed everything. That'll get.
That did the marshmallow effect to it, I think. Now there's a fire department right down close there.
Yeah, but they can't do anything. It spread.
That was
that
that
whole
whole
too, man.
that whole whoa.
I bet they got the marshmallow back then.
Not that intense. Oh, there's another one.
Well, they had all that fuel stored out in barrels.
And another.
one. I'm afraid that stuff's going to be bad.
Wow, those son of a bitches are loud.
Sure that's all they stored in that damn area?
Well, as you just saw, quite devastating. PEPCON back then was out in the middle of the Mojave Desert, some ways out. There was about 500,000 people that lived in the area at that time. Today, there's over 2 million. And I'm going to bring in some footage of Seymour, my drone that I flew recently, to show you what the area looks like today. Here we go. This is an industrial area. A lot of businesses. I'm actually standing in the exact spot where PEPCON was located. I'm going to go up about 400 feet to take a look around. The mountain in the foreground with the antennas on top, that's actually where the amateur photographer stood that filmed the PEPCON explosion. They were up there on that mountain. That's called Black Mountain in Henderson, Nevada. You see Interstate 95 in the foreground. I'm going to kind of pan around to show you the area. You can see residential homes in the area too. I just wonder if anybody knows what actually happened here way back then. And there's downtown Las Vegas. The Boulevard Mall I worked at is out 10 miles this way. More residential homes. There's a sun coming up out of the east. I actually filmed this at 5:33 a.m. I got out there early. And there's Black Mountain again. PEPCON was right here, located right here. I'm bringing Seymour on down now. Ground zero. Well, thanks for watching. I've really enjoyed doing this video, and I hope you've learned something today. Shoot me any questions you may have. Here I am now, going to stretch up and get Seymour. Thanks for watching, folks. Oh, and by the way, they moved PEPCON to Utah, just outside of Cedar City. So Cedar City, beware. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the top.